Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. Hey guys, good morning, Grand Rising, happy signing. Super awesome. First of all, good morning. You're awake. I said, you know what? And it was funny. I was going to go live at like 5:30 this morning. And I said, Vanessa, I don't know if everybody's going to be up at 5:30. If you were up at 5:30, say I was up. What time did you guys wake up this morning? For the record, I was up at 4, but I was going to go live at 5:30-ish, 6 o'clock. And I said, you know, let me not wake you guys up. Who is awake? Are you guys awake? Good morning. I want to talk to you guys about getting uncomfortable. And then I want to give you guys some things that's going on with Notary to Notary. And the reason why I picked that as the title, Get Yourself Uncomfortable today, because I've been pushing myself personally to become more uncomfortable every day. If you are a member of Empire Builders, you guys know that I've been doing my cold shower. Some of you guys have been doing cold showers. You have not heard about Iceman Hoff. You should definitely check him out. He's been around for several years. His training and teachings on cold showers have been, it's not just him. It's a lot of people that talk about it. It's been around for actually centuries, cold therapy. And so I've been doing cold showers. Highly recommend you try them. And when I say cold, I don't mean lukewarm. I mean cold. I mean, you only turn on your cold water, okay? And so there are, of course, you can work yourself into it where you can do like lukewarm and then cold. But I like to just bite the bullet, like we just gonna go for it. And so I've been doing those and a few other things too, that we've been talking about in Empire Builders to just push myself to see the next version of myself. And so Ed Milet talks about this a lot, where he says, you know, we're all gonna die one day. And so he's like, what if when you do die, you see the version of yourself you could have become? So basically saying, like, when you die, what if you meet the version of yourself that you could have been, like your ultimate potential and who you could have been, what you really could have accomplished if you were able to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And so I think about things like that. I'm always consciously aware of my own mortality. I'm aware of value of time. I'm aware of so aware of how beautiful and how awesome life is, how awesome the earth is, how awesome people are, and so many experiences that I want to do. I've done I've done a lot compared to my earlier life. I didn't really do a whole lot. And so in the past like 5 years, I've done so much, but so much in comparison to my past life. But it's just like there's so much out there. So I'm so consciously aware of, okay, get up at 4:30. I'm consciously aware of my time and my efforts, and I want to push myself. And so I challenged the group with Empire Builders today to find 1 or 2 things that would make you uncomfortable today and do them. Whether that's running on a treadmill or doing extra miles on your treadmill. Maybe it's, okay, I'm going to only drink water today. Maybe it's, I'm going to call some people that I need to beat, some phone calls I need to make. Maybe I'll do some cold calling. I'll do some sales calls. Maybe it's, taking a dance class, whatever it is that you know those things for yourself that you could be doing to push yourself to the next version of yourself. Otherwise, guess what? I did a little quote that I actually go to this one. Haha. Comfortability is where your dreams go to die. So if you have aspirations that you want to accomplish, you can absolutely do that. We were talking this morning about standards. And so your standards is what you currently have in your life right now. You don't get what you want, you get what you have to have. If it was a standard for you, you would have it. So bringing it back to notary, if your standard was to be a six-figure notary signing agent, you would be a six-figure notary signing agent. That would be your standard. And so we actually, a team and I just started talking about this because I was talking to one of our coaching students and she was basically telling me that the market that she's in, she feels like it's oversaturated and she feels like there's no money to be made, yada, yada, yada. And I said, honey, if there's anyone making money in your industry, in your city, then you can do the same thing. You, first of all, you cannot look what everyone else is doing. You have to focus on you. And if you're already telling yourself that you're not going to make money, then you won't. And so we were talking about that. And I said, I had this great idea. I got it from Grant Cardone. I watched, he did that billionaire in 90 days thing, or millionaire in 90 days, something like that. And I said, you know what? What if I, with the help of you guys, picked a random city and I went there for like 90 days or 30 days. I was like 30 or 90 days. And I built a notary business there so I can show you that you can do this anywhere. And so that's when we were talking about how we got to get the logistics about how that would work. Because definitely it would make me building it up and then I'd come back. I'm not going to stay there. But just to show you, the principles apply anywhere. And so we started talking about like where we would go. I said I probably should go to Georgia because I'm so tired of people talking about in attorney states you can't make any money. So I'm like, we should probably go to Georgia. But then I was like, okay, or we can go. So I also want to go somewhere that's not really cold because y'all know I'm not about that cold life. So I was like, okay, we can go to Florida, Texas. We could go to Maryland. We can go to and what we wanted to do is we wanted to pick, and we want to do it more than once. Definitely want to pick a place that people have been saying, oh, you can't make money here. So we can show you like, okay, yes, you can. So if you guys were to think, where would you say we should go? And as a challenge, not really a challenge. That's the thing. I know I can do it. That's the thing. Like, and I would basically be building up a whole new notary business in that state. So I'll get an office out there. So I can get my notary commission in that state. And within about 90 days, I want to show you guys that, see, I'm booked and busy. And it's just applying the same principles that I'm teaching. I'm not doing anything new. I'm just going to be applying the same principles that I'm telling you guys to do. And so what state would you say, oh, you should go to this state and do it because, that'd be a good idea. And of course, we want to document the whole thing and show you, how you can do it. And you can do it and the reason why I say you could do it in 90 days is because, I don't know, how, like, what's something that like Cameron or Rhonda or Tia, something that like, I know this. Okay, what's the subject that Texas is seriously a small country. Everyone should be able to make plenty of money there. Texas is huge. So for me, and Shalita likes New Jersey. She's like, oh, we got New Jersey. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about it. But we haven't decided what state it's going to be yet. But I have to figure it out. But I know notary. Like, I know it. And because I know it, I know how to get general notary work. I know what my clients are looking for. I know how to get title companies direct because I've been doing it. I know what they're looking for. I know how to work with signers. I know what they're looking for. I know how to do e-notary. So I know what they're looking for. I would definitely want to go to a state that has e-notary though, so I can still do that while I'm there because that is a part of building your notary business. And so you said attorney said I'm in Connecticut. See, I would go to Connecticut, but I'd have to go when it's warm. Okay, I don't want to go when it's snowing and stuff. That's my only thing. Because I just don't want to. I don't want to be in the cold. But maybe I need to just to push myself. I just have no interest in being in the snow. None whatsoever. I did it. I'm from New York. I just have no interest in being in the snow. There's no interest there for me. But yeah, so you could definitely do it. It's just like, so when we do this, I just want to show everybody that one is your mindset. You have to get yourself to the space where I can do this and there's plenty of money to be made. I'm going to make it. And if anyone is making money in my city, I can make money too. We're both in the same place, right? I know notary, I know business, and I know customer service. So you should be killing it. You should be killing it. You said, "Say I'm ready to leave the snow." Yeah, and so that's really what I wanted to kind of get set up so we can do that. I feel like it'll be a whole lot of fun. You know what else is gonna be a whole lot of fun? The NNA conference this weekend. I'm really excited about that. I'm actually working through now the schedule for the meetups outside of the conference. Tia, you said you're going to the conference too, right? So we're just scheduling. I think I'll be there on Friday. So I'm there. Yeah, I'm there on Friday. So I get there on Friday. So we'll do meetups Fridays and Saturday. And then around the conference time, Sunday and Monday, there really is no around the time on Tuesday because it's running all day. Oh, you're not coming, Tia? Okay. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to meet all of you guys and to meet everybody that's gonna be presenting there as well. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely recommend that you come to our I'm sorry, my phone and my email is going crazy right now. But I'm talking to you, I'm not gonna pay attention to it right now. But yeah, so that's what I want to tell you guys, that the NNA conference is coming up. It's gonna be really cool. Check it out. I just found out. Wait, I don't see it. Wait, I missed registration for NNA, but I'm staying on the top of the conferences and link up from now on. Yay! Good. That makes me happy. But yeah, so and that's the thing I want to encourage you guys to get yourself uncomfortable. Like when you're working on your notary business, like what are you doing that is making it so that way you are the notary company that's being found? You know, that's really important. So how are you marketing? You know, how often do you work in your notary business? How often do you go through the training? How often do you revisit the training? How often do you apply the principles of the training? Do you go into new trainings? Are you learning new principles? Like, what are you doing to build your brand and build your business? You know, that's really important. I can honestly say, you guys know I say it all the time, I'm always in someone's training, someone's coaching, someone's course, because I want to know more. Remember this, how much money you currently make, okay, you currently earn is equivalent to what you know. Okay, so if you want to know more, if you want to make more, you need to know more. Okay, once you know something and you apply those principles, then you say, okay, I know how to do this, right? And you can generate that income. But let's say I only know how to make $500 a week. That's what I know as a notary. You're missing something. Okay, now you can go the long way around and, you know, keep on shooting balls until you get a hoop. Or you could just listen to somebody who's done it, who's telling you, okay, don't do that, do this. Why? And sometimes, how many of you guys have ever had a coaching session with me? Or we just talked on the phone, or I was texting or whatever. And I'm like, don't do that. Why would you do that? Right? But in your mind, you thought it was a good idea. In your mind, based on your experience, based on what you currently know, you thought that was a good idea. But then I said, with all of my experience, don't do that. That makes no sense. And then I'm really nice. I don't say that. I said, well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I say, why would you do that? Did I say to do that? I never said do that. You never heard that come out of my mouth. So why did you do that? And they'll just say something along the lines of, well, I saw it on YouTube, or I Googled, or I don't know, they just called, so I bought it. I'm like, okay, never said that. You never heard me say that. Why would you do that? Right? That's like that's like going on a journey. Like, let's say you want to go on a journey, right? And I give you a map to the journey and you take a detour and then you fall off a cliff. Why would you take a detour? Well, I don't know. It was sunny over there. Or, you know, there was this dog and it was calling my name. So I went that way. Or, you know what? Your way took a little bit longer. Or maybe your way had methods on there that I never saw before. And so this looked a little more comfortable. You wanted me to climb a mountain. And this was just, me just walking down the road. And so I decided to go this way. I don't know. But you can't be mad if you start doing things outside the way that I never. And not to say that I'm not saying that only do what I say. Absolutely not. Because I know I learn from other people. I do. But what I would recommend, and this is for entrepreneurship, period. If you have never started a business and you have a successful business, okay? If you never started a successful business, you don't know how yet. You can learn through experience, but you currently don't have the knowledge and the field work to do it. So whenever, and this is not just for you, in any business venture that I do or take, if I have never done it before, I'm going to seek education, knowledge, and guidance, not just from anyone, from someone who has done it and has the results that I'm looking for. If you don't have the results that I'm looking for, then I'm not going to take it with you. I don't want you just to tell me what I read a book about it. Here, I can teach you. No, I need to see the actual efforts. I need to see the fruit of your labor. If you have not actually done it and implemented, and I see this a lot with people talking about business credit. How many of you guys see people talk about business credit a lot? I don't know. So it's a whole, and not just that. I've seen a lot of notary trainings popping up, which is fine, to each their own. My thing is, I need to see your fruit. If you are not successful in what you're doing, being the whole realm, I'm not taking your training. And that's not just what I do for notary. I do that before I get an accountant, before I get anyone want to help me with real estate. Like, I know, no shade, I know a lot of realtors. Okay. When I do, we just started transitioning into the real estate industry. When I make those moves and I get my real estate license and I start getting, I'm not going to talk to the majority of them. I'm not going to, because they don't have the results I'm looking for. You might be making money, but you're not making the kind of money I want to make, right? So you be in the industry and you might be making some money, but my goal is not to make as much money as you have. I don't want that. I want where the big guys are. They making all the money. I'm going to talk to them. Why waste my time talking to someone who doesn't have the results that I want, right? Time is valuable and time is precious. So I'm not going to waste time talking to someone who does not have the outcome and the results that I'm looking for. And that same thing applies with notary. And the same thing applies with anything that you do. With any that you wouldn't go to an overweight personal trainer, right? Something's missing there. The same thing applies with everything you do in your life. You go to the people that have the results you're looking for. And so when I want to increase or grow my business credit, if I want to increase and grow, my whatever areas of my business that I'm in, I'm going to go seek out someone who has the fruit, the actual results. Proof is in the pudding. That's where I'm going. And then I'm going to say, okay, you've done it. How do you do it? I'm not going to go to someone who doesn't know, who's like, oh, I read a book on it, or I took a training on it, or I just got started. Let me tell you. No, not to say like you start talking to me, like I'm going to let you talk. But I'm not about to invest my energy and my time and my money, like seriously pulling from you. Because how many times, honestly, have you worked on a craft or an industry or a hobby, right? And the more you do it, the better you got. And the more you do it, you saw the mistakes that you were making. Okay. So let's say you have let's say you have 50 levels to a board game, right? And you're on level 1 and you meet somebody on level 20 and they're like, oh, I can help you, right? But then you also have someone on level 50 and level 50 is going to say, oh, right. So let's say you go level 20 and level 20 is like, oh, do this or do that or do this or do that. And you're starting to come up, right? And let's say it takes you the same amount of time. It took you the same amount of time to get to level 20 as for them to get there. But you talk to level 50 and level 50 is like, oh, you can skip stages 5 through 10 if you do this and go right to 15. And you can like skip 15 to 30 and go right to here. If you do this, I didn't know it till I got all the way up here. Then I realized, I'm telling you, that's exactly what business is. It took, when I first got into entrepreneurship, it took what I know now, it took me such a long time to get here. But now I can start any business and get it to this point because I know the steps that I need to take and I know the potholes to avoid. And I know like how to set certain things up to get to where I'm at, right? But just like I can get me here, what's another business person that's really successful? Like one of the sharks, right? From the show, or any like really successful millionaire, billionaire, huge brand, they can come into any business and say, oh, I know what you need to do to get from 0 to $1 million because I've done it. And so I can skip this, do this, don't do this, because they've done it. So they know way more and they can get you there faster. I always say this. When I started as a notary, I started off in 2014, y'all. 2014. I did not quit my job until 2016. It took me 2 years, okay, 2 years to learn the system, understand it, and quit my job. Do you know why it took me 2 years? I took no one's training. I read no one's book. I did not have a coach. So it took me 2 years off of the strength of what I knew in my brain. So off of me just experiencing and trials and errors and bumpy roads and like, oh, it's no money right now. And, you know, not knowing the industry, not knowing how to build a business, not knowing any of that. And that's, I can tell y'all what it was. Not knowing, it took me 2 years. Whereas now I have this whole training program and I have people quitting their jobs in 2, 3, 4 months, right? Because I took all that took me forever and I put it together and it's like, okay, no, that's why I say now I can go to any state and I can build a successful notary business because it's the same process. It's the same system and I know how, right? And it won't take me as long because now I know how to do it. And so if you're starting off with this journey and you're not making the money that you want to make, it's because you don't know how yet. But guess what? Tamika knows, right? Because she's on this live. She knows how. It took her some time, but she knows how. And she can do it now. So it takes time to learn the system and implement it. And guess what? Let's say something happens, God forbid, to her business and she has to shut it all down and start all over. She can do that and start all over from 0 with someone else, with somebody on this live may not have done anything, right? Just getting started. She can start off from 0. You can be starting off at 0 with no experience, no training, no nothing. And she's going to skyrocket ahead of you. Why? Because she knows how now. You understand what I'm saying? Once you know how, you can do it so quickly because you understand the system. It's all about systems. It's all about this is how you do it. This is how you get to the results that you're looking for. Okay? So that's what I encourage you guys today. You can definitely build your notary business. You can make 6 figures. You can get the time, financial freedom, but you first have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Super duper important. You have to get yourself out of your comfort zone. You have to learn more. What you know is getting you the results that you currently have. I'm telling you, there's so much money out there. Do not let someone lie to you and say there's no money out here. People are moving millions and millions of dollars a day. Okay, there is money out here to be made. I guarantee you. Ask me how much money she made yesterday. Ask some other people how much money they made yesterday with notary work. People are making money. You may not be because you don't have the system set up yet to do that. But don't people lie to you. I will tell you something. This is something that poor people say. I'm being honest. Poor people and poverty mindset people thinking will tell you there's no money to be made. There's no money out there. You will never hear, and I probably put $1,000 on it. You will never hear a successful person tell you there's no money to be made. There's not enough money out here. You will never hear because they know already. They understand the economy. They understand the products and services. They understand there's so much money out here. Only people who don't have money will tell you, oh, there's no money out there because they don't have any. They can't figure out how to get it. So there must not be any. No, there's money. Let me say something. Do you know, for an example, right during COVID, you know, we're just getting out of the whole pandemic thing. All the restaurants were shutting down. Remember that? You remember that period? Everybody was shutting down. It's this couple out here in my city that has opened up during COVID. I think 4 or 5 restaurants and are successful with 4 and 5 restaurants during COVID when other restaurants were shutting down. Why? Who knows why? I don't know what their business model was, but they figured it out and they said, oh no, it's money out here. If you accept that there's no money to be made, then honey, you're not gonna make any. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna make my money, honey, because there's money to be made. And if you have to, and this is the thing you have to think about too. If you're seeing, especially like during like inflation periods and recessions in market shifts like we're going through right now, there's always money to be made. And the best way to see it is drive around. See if you see new construction. Do you see hospitals coming up? Do you see residential homes coming up? Do you see restaurants coming up? Honey, there's always money moving. There is always money moving. There's never a point in time where money is not moving. It may not be moving in your hands because you're not in the right position to get it. You're not doing the right things to make it. But I promise you, there is always money moving. Okay. And I will tell you that even for me, like I have people that are in my area that are saying, oh, there's no money out here right now. I mean, my phone still goes off. I don't know why you're not getting phone calls. I get phone calls. I get texts. I get emails. There's money to be made. But if you put in your mind that there's no money to be made and you can't make any money, then you're not going to make any because you've already, it's also like law of attractions. What do you feel like is possible for you? Is it a standard and requirement for you to have 5 signings a week or 10 signings a week or 5 signings a day or 3 general notary appointments a day or e-notary having documents are getting notarized every day. Okay. Every single day. Every single day. Period. Okay. And so if you're not getting the calls, you're not positioned properly to get them. Someone else in your city is, because guess what? Either way, someone is going to get their documents notarized. They're going to find somebody. Now, either they're going to find you, or they're going to find Tia, or they're going to find Felicia, or they're going to find Pashara. They're going to find somebody. Now, either you can be the person that they find, or they're going to find somebody else. But I guarantee you, if you're walking around here thinking that there's no money to be made, you need to change your mindset because I guarantee you won't make any money. Okay? That's first. And that requires you too to go back to being uncomfortable. Like you can't put in, it goes back to your work ethic. You can't put in an hour a day and want to outwork somebody or receive more money than someone who's putting in 20 hours a day. It doesn't work like that. It's just not going to work like that. If your work ethic is a Honda and you're looking for a Benz, honey, you're not going to get it. You're going to get a Honda. Okay. So if you want more, you have to apply more pressure. You need to invest in yourself. You need to take trainings. You need to apply the training, like do the training says, do that too. That you would think, well, Vanessa, isn't that, understood? No. And some of y'all know, how many of you guys have bought a training from me and you haven't finished it? Or you bought a training and you did the training, but you didn't actually do all the work. It happens. Like, for example, we have a list in the Notary Signing Agent Training Program at notarytonotary.com that gives you 50 signing and title company. And we actually have a new list that's going to get updated today. Now I just thought about, I'm going to do that until I got this live. It's going to get updated today. And a lot of times when I have students call or email or coaching, and I ask them have they applied to and talked to everyone on the list, majority of them say no. It's very rare that I hear a yes. Okay. Usually I'll hear, oh, I'm working on it. Oh, I did like 2 or 3, or I did 5, or I did 10, but I didn't do all of them. Okay. Now I like when I get somebody that's like, oh yeah, I can always tell out the gate who's really serious because they hop into it and they do everything. They call in, they're like, okay, I called all 50. I did this, I did that. And usually they get the results they're looking for. I've never seen anybody who's applied all the principles and all the steps and not be successful. You're missing something. Okay. And so I encourage you guys today to apply pressure, do the training. And on top of the training's half off. Like the training is 50% off. So all the trainings and all the webinars. If you got all the trainings, I'm not telling that you have to, but if you went through and got all of my trainings at notarytonotary.com, the programs and the live webinars, the launch ROM, the go direct to title, the business credit, if you did that and you didn't have results and you applied everything, that'd be impossible. There's no way. That's literally impossible. It's literally, I am telling you, it is literally impossible for you to do everything that I said and you're not making money. Listen, if you do that and you're not, I will give you all your money back. But before we do that, I need to see. I need you to have taken all the trainings and now we're going to talk. I need to see what have you done. And I guarantee you, this is a guarantee. If I look at all of your business, everything that you've done, I guarantee you, I will tell you what you're missing. I guarantee it. Unless you live in a place that has a population of like 200 people, okay? I guarantee you, you're missing something, especially if where you live has eNotary. Then that kind of like takes that whole 200 population thing off the table, because you can notarize for anybody across the world, okay, with certain credentials. You can across the world. So now you've opened up your where you was like, oh, it's a small community, I'm not making any money. That excuse is out the window if you have Ron. Now you have the whole world to talk to, and you still can't make money? Stop playing. You trying to tell me the whole world told you no? Really? The whole world told you no? Stop. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. And we're done. And we're done. So when we break it down, now you see, like, okay, well, maybe I'm not doing everything. Maybe I'm not doing everything. Maybe I could do a little more. Maybe I could invest more into training and applying principles. Maybe I could, do the one-on-one coaching. Maybe I need to find somebody to help me. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe I need to get a book and read it and actually apply the principles from reading it. You can't be mad that you're not getting the results that you want and you're not learning how to do it. Right? Right. All right, guys. That's awesome. The clock on the wall. You guys are awesome. Oh, last thing too. iNotarize Founder Circle is done as of Monday. I put out as an email. I think I put Sunday. It's the last day of the NNA conference. So we will be at the NNA conference presenting iNotarize. We'll talk about iNotarize as well as Notary to Notary and On-Time Notary. If you don't know, stop. If you don't know, we are a 3-tier company. So Notary to Notary is a training company. iNotarize is the new eNotary platform that's coming out soon, but we moved the date to September. So coming out September. And then On-Time Notary is our signing service. You can use that promo code for the one-on-one coaching. Yes. And it locks you in at that rate for the whole coaching period. And On-Time Notary is our signing service where we send out work across the country. To work with us on there, just go to signingorder.com. I'll put these in here. Hold on. So to do the training, you go to notarytonotary.com and use promo code 2022. To work with us in the signing service, you want to go to signingorder.com and create a profile. Make sure you guys take the notary signing agent exam at notarytonotary.com to be added to preferred notary. And then to sign up for the Founder Circle, which has a lot of benefits to it, go to inotarize.com. And that is also the clock on the wall. I hope I touched everything that I need to touch. Okay. Be great on purpose, guys. You guys can do this. There's plenty of work out there to be had. I'm going to get it. You need to go get it. Tamika's going to go get it. Listen, and Tia had a great week. Tia, did you say you made like $900 last week? I saw it in the Facebook group. Look at her. And so Tia was actually let go from her job. And she's like, you know what? I'm going full-time notary. We're going to do this thing. So I'm excited to see where this notary business takes you. So we can have you on doing your interview when you hit your 6 figures, mamacita. And I'm mad that you're not going to Vegas, but it's okay. I'll see you in Jersey. Okay, I'll see you in Jersey. All right, guys. Let's be great on purpose. I will see you guys luego, possibly later today. Oh, we do got to come on later today because I got to pick the YouTube Member of the Month winner. So if you're not a YouTube member, make sure you join, subscribe to the channel, and then join. It's only like $1.99 to join. And so when I come back on the live, we're going to pick someone live to win. I can't say what they're winning. It's a surprise. But they're going to win something super cool. It's always a really cool prize to give away. Hey, Shelly Belly. And I will see you guys luego. Until next time. Happy signing and be great on purpose.
Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more.